So we're going to real quick talk about how your hands hold the reins. So here we have one rein in between, one finger in between the reins. And so now she's going to demonstrate just holding the reins without one finger between. So take your finger out. And the pressure of the rein should be your thumb against your index finger. That's how you hold the reins. The rest of your hand can relax, like you're holding a bird or a baby kitten, but it shouldn't be like clenched tight in a fist. Your other hand is on the horn, and that's to help you center. When you've got your hand on the horn, then your body knows where the center of the horse is. Your proprioception of where the horse is, it just tells your body where the center of your horse is. So real quick, a little bit of body language, and we had to go get a cord to connect the video camera because the cold is causing the battery to go dead. So Mo was a little concerned, and it's only a little concerned, but I wanted to show you what that looked like. And so now he just heard the donkey bray, and so he's looking around a little bit. But we're going to continue because he's not alarmed enough to be worried about anything for us. So we're going to take a big breath in and a big breath out and a sigh. From the human also helps relax the horse. Like Mo sighs earlier, if we sigh, it helps him relax. So now we're going to work on turning. So you're going to turn we're going to connect our chin to our sternum. Go ahead and put your hand there. So you don't just turn your head. You want to make sure you turn your shoulders. And the horses go where you look, even more than where you steer. So you want to make sure you're looking, drawing a line on the ground where you want them to go. And we're going to ask our rider here to go ahead and just demonstrate a turn toward me. So she's going to turn her shoulders, use her reins, and then she's going to turn her shoulders and use her reins to go the other direction. So the front of her chest or the zipper on her jacket is facing the direction she wants to go. So now she's going to go straight. So you want to make sure that you use your shoulders first. Okay, now we're going to go ahead, and our rider has got her hand by her chin at her sternum and her chin to make sure they stay connected. So now we're going to add using our legs to help our horses steer. So to turn away from me or to the right, she's going to put her left leg back and turn her shoulders to the right, so her chest is facing to the right. Then when she wants to come back toward me, she's going to turn her shoulders toward me, and her rein toward me is going to lay on her neck. This is called neck reining. So when the rein lays against his neck, that's called neck reining. We're going to learn a different way in another section of this class. Okay, so now we've got our centered balance in the saddle. We're all squared away. We've got our heels down. We've got a hold of the reins correctly. What hand you put the reins in is really personal preference. If you were out west and you were roping cows, you would put the reins in the opposite hand. You would throw the lariat. But for pleasure riding, it really doesn't matter. So the rider here can go ahead and switch hands on the reins if she'd like. And when you hold the reins and they're not tied, you want to make sure the end of the rein hangs down on the same side as your hand when you're holding the reins with one hand. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to ask Mo to go. Now remember, Mo's name is Slow Mo. So he's not very quick to react to our aids. Our aids are use of our body. And you'll see there's a little crop hanging on the saddle. That's an artificial aid to help the horse listen to our natural aids and be a little more responsive. The crop does not hurt the horse. It's got a little flopper on the end, so it just makes a noise, and he moves away from that noise. So now our rider is going to ask Mo to walk. She's going to first squeeze with her calves, and probably nothing will happen. Then she's going to go ahead and squeeze with her both heels together. And she's going to give a cluck. And then if he doesn't go, she's going to bump him with her heel. Give him a little bump. There we go. And now he's going to start to walk. And now our rider's going to be demonstrating how to turn the horse as he goes through the cones. So you're going to notice that she's turning her hand toward the direction she wants to go. She's drawing a line with her eyes. And making a road ahead of where she wants that horse to go. Where you focus is absolutely important. You want to be focused on where you want your horse to go. And Mo moves kind of slow. I know you probably saw the saddling video and didn't quite believe me that he would be really slow. But see, this is Mo's normal behavior, normal demeanor. Now she's going to go ahead and turn around. So she's only turning her shoulders at this point and using her reins. She has not started using her legs to steer. So we want to just make sure that her nose and her chin and her sternum are aligned up. And she wants to make sure when she turns to the left that her left shoulder, or right, that her left shoulder moves forward. And then when she goes to the left, that's the easier way forward. And everybody has an easy way to turn and a more challenging way to turn. And now she's going to go ahead and come back. There we go. So now our next time through, we're going to go ahead and start using our legs. And you will see a little bit of difference in the horse. He'll be a little easier for him to understand what she wants him to do. So now her right leg's going to go back as she turns her shoulder to the left. And now her left leg's going to go back as she turns her shoulder to the right. She's drawing ahead, planning ahead where she wants the horse to go. And then that helps him know where she wants to go, and then he goes there. Good. Now left leg is back. Turn. You want to give the horse a chance. It takes him a couple seconds actually to respond to your aids. So you want to make sure that you ask them early enough that they can go.